Thank you so much for being here and being prompt this morning. I know sometimes it's a little difficult. We've had some kind of crazy weather, but today truly is a new day. At Caldwell Banker, we have decided that enough is enough, and we are drawing a line in the sand. And the reason is you have told us that there are things that you want to see change. You've told us you want to see a larger market share. You've told us you want to see agents of your caliber in our company. We've listened, and today we are making changes. At NRT, we've had the luxury of being number one, not by just a little bit, but by a lot, over the last 20 years. Currently, we have 756 offices. We have 47,000 plus agents. We closed more than 325,000 home sales last year. We truly are a large company. Unfortunately, we have not leveraged it the best that we could to create opportunities for you as well as for the office. Today, that is changing. We push and we push to maintain that number one. But you see what's going on out there. You see it with cost cuts. You see it with some agents maybe not following the ethics. And we keep pushing and pushing and pushing. We've decided that we are now taking a different road. We're taking a high road, but it's a road that I know that you're going to benefit from, and we are all going to be better for taking it. We are overwhelmed with stuff. I know you've told me that, oh my gosh, another program. Oh, now this is going away. A lot of you went through the TC program with me. Some even remember as far back as Navigator. You get these new programs, you don't want to use them because you think they're just going to change. You're right. It has been overwhelming and always not valuable. We truly are masters at making the simplest little thing so complicated. We don't even know what we have some of the time, let alone asking you to know it and how to use it. So what we discovered was that when everything is important, truly nothing is important. You know how when you tell somebody that they're so sure they did a great job, but you say that to everybody, all of you think, well, I must not be really special. The same thing happens when you tell everybody that everything is important, and nothing is important. So it's time to simplify. How are we going to do that? Our first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus. We're going to make sure that you understand where we're going. You're going to understand our message, and ultimately, you're going to understand what value that creates for you as well as your clients.
We don't want you to be our recruiter.
Our mission, as of today and going forward, is we want you, our agents, to live an exceptional life. And that is our job. That is our number one commitment. At Caldwell Banker, we're committed to help agents live exceptional lives by staying focused on just four core values. That's it. No more. We don't need anything more. And I think that you'll feel the same way when we go through this program. So we're going to talk about the four core, and we're going to talk about it in buckets. But what I'd like to ask you is, I see a couple of you still texting. Please put your phones away. There'll be one time that I'm going to ask you to bring out your cell phones. But please put them away. This is going to be about 40 minutes, and I'm sure everybody can do without a text or a call for 40 minutes. Also, there's going to be a lot of questions, and while I'm aware of that, and as a result, I've set aside time throughout February that we're going to be able to talk about all the different programs. We're even going to have some boot camps during the middle of February, so you will not be asked to be out there performing these new packages without truly knowing what it is that you're doing. So let's look at our first four of the four buckets. Our first one is production power. How can we help our agents sell more homes, net more money, and operate more efficiently? Number two, coaching to confidence. I know that a lot of you are in individual coaching programs. Others of you not quite sure. What we do know is that educating and support will help our agents increase their knowledge, sales skills, and business development capacities to help them grow their businesses.
How much time?
Next, we're going to help you build wealth. This is truly a brand new moment. The sun has come up, and we are going to help you have an exceptional life after you leave real estate. And lastly, and most important, maybe, to some of you, I know that we all like to have fun, is we have a culture of awesomeness. You're in the office a lot. You're working a lot. We want to make sure that we celebrate your successes. So with that, we have the core four: production power, culture of awesomeness, coaching confidence, wealth builder. So let's take a look first at production power. In our production power, the first thing that you're going to notice is our listing concierge. This is a new program. It's a comprehensive program for marketing your property, and it's designed to help you get more listings and become more successful as a listing agent.
You can move during your presentation.
Oh, I always do.
So if we're going to talk about your listings, I'm going to ask you, how much do you spend when you're marketing a listing? Yeah, that's right. You've told me $250. You've told me $500. I hear $1,000, and I know some of you just use your iPhone and then that's it. Well, we talked with other agents. We talked across the country, and it seems like a very conservative estimate would be $245, maybe $150 for the photography, $50 for brochures, and maybe $45 if you do a virtual tour or other miscellaneous, maybe a broker open or a drawing for a card. So that is what we looked at as kind of our bare bones of what you're doing when you're marketing a listing. And I know some of you spend a lot more, some maybe a lot less. And the one thing I want you to know is that CB1 is still alive and well. So if you've been using CB1 and want to keep using it, it's going to be right there. So let's get into the listing concierge and see what is it really designed to do. Well, first of all, it's designed to help you win every listing that you go on. That's not the listing that was from Aunt Mabel. It's not the listing that was from your best friend. But that listing that you went on that you really, really wanted, and you knew you were up against steep competition, and you just had to win it. We're going to help you. Next, we're going to enhance your value proposition. I know a lot of you, when you're asking your sellers what's going on and what do they think that a realtor does, the first thing they do is tell you they put up a sign, they put up a lockbox. And unfortunately, a lot of sellers think that we are all vanilla, we're all the same. We're going to enhance your value proposition so that hopefully that will eliminate that conversation regarding the commission. And lastly, we're going to wow your seller. We're going to help you provide great service that truly, when they are talking to a friend and they're asking how's the real estate going, how's the selling their house going, they're going to say, you know what, I can't believe it. This agent has provided me with this and this and this, and one listing will turn into two, will turn into three, and more, because we're showcasing you. So I gotta tell you, the good news is you've got 3 options. Actually, you have 4. The 3 options that we have a silver package, a gold package, and a platinum package. Also remember, you can still use CB1. But with one of these packages, I know that we are going to create a distinctive point of difference. And that is what you've been asking for. So let's just look at the bare bones first silver listing concierge package. I think that if you'll look at it, the first thing that you'll notice is that the agent is truly showcased. This is not a generic program. This is not a program that anybody can just walk up to a file and pick up. This is your brochure. This is about you. You own it. And in the silver listing program, some of the features are 35 pictures, HD magazine quality, done by our F8 professional photographer. And I know that a couple of you in here have family members that are professional photographers, and they've done a great job. Their reputation is excellent. So we will give you a credit if that's who you want to use. But if not, F8 is available, and they have passed our litmus test. Next, we're going to have custom property websites. It's an upgrade of what we've been doing before, but because of this, we will now have signature lines, and the signature lines you can share. And so these videos can go out to not only your friends, your comrades, your peers, but the seller can also do the same. Also, we're going to give you advertising in a magazine. How much do you think a page in a magazine costs? When I was advertising in a magazine Sacramento Magazine, it was $3,600 for a full page. I know you're not getting a full page, but that's what it was for a full page. And that's in a subscription magazine, not something that you just pick up for free. This is something that people are paying for to get at their houses every month. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a professional video for you and have it on our very own television program. How's that sound? Do you know anybody else that's doing that? I don't know of anybody else. We have partnered with CW31, which is also an affiliate with CBS. And on Saturdays at 4 o'clock, we are going to be having the Caldwell Banker show, and it's going to be called Featuring Homes in Northern California. And just as exciting is that these videos, you will have the option of actually displaying them on your YouTube as well as on the Caldwell Banker YouTube channel. Isn't that exciting? What do you think that would cost if you did it? Well, I don't know what they charge. I do know if we're looking at the Super Bowl, which is just around the corner, for a 30-second spot, it's over $5 million. You're going to be getting a 20-second spot here because we're making an investment in you. Further, we're going to have the stunning property brochures. We're also going to have e-flyer announcement cards and exclusive mobile brochures, which remember when you were using CB Direct and you would go to your phone because there was a code on the top of each of the signs, and then we kind of got away from it. It's back. So right now I want you, this is a one-time, take out your cell phones, and I want you to text to 35620 the message 73940. That's okay, yes. Take it out.
Wow.
What do you think?
Beautiful.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We will also have a professional video tour, and we will send out to the cooperating agents an e-blast. I know a lot of you use Zip Flyer. These will exceed that by so much. You will be truly impressed, as will the agents. Sometimes they miss things on MLS, so this is another opportunity to make sure that your property gets maximum exposure. We're also going to include just listed, just sold cards, but not just the regular cards. These will be the jumbo size. So the Listing Concierge program, best of all, it's all done for you. And I know that you're asking why, and I know that you're asking amounts, so let's proceed. First of all, the Listing Concierge, as I said, it's for you to win every listing, okay? You're up against the best competitor, you're going to win. It's going to enhance your value proposition because you're going to show them their value, because we have found in the lack of value, all that's left is price. And then they come after your commission. We will help eliminate that. And thirdly, you're going to wow that seller so you'll turn one listing into multiple listings. What do you think? I know you want to know, what does it cost to put this whole thing together? What do you think it would cost? $1,000, $2,000? What do you think? What do you think it takes to create a distinctive point of difference? Well, let's look at this. The marketing impact. $1,089, and that's with us leveraging our power as Caldwell Banker, is what it would cost. But look at, we're making an investment in you. As I started off, $814. The cost to you is $275 for all of that we just went over. You know, if you work for another company, you maybe had fees that were matched in a 401k, and that was great. And I know that we don't have that here, but look at this. We are doing a lot the same here. Instead of it, though, being a certain percentage, 10% or half, 3 times of what you're investing, we're investing back into you. Truly a large investment. In fact, if you look at the whole program that we have bought into so that you can have a better life, it is costing us over $1 million.
Straight line or the we're all over.
Pretty good, huh? So let's take a look at the Listing Concierge and what it looks like. Again, looking at the back is where it's going to have just your name. It's going to have Caldwell Banker on it, but that's at the bottom, small. It's your picture, it's your number that is showcased. And, you know, the great news is is that all of this is going to be rolled out March 1st, but we're going to have workshops throughout February, and the week of February 20th, we're actually going to have some boot camps. So there is no way that you're going to have to be out there trying to explain this to a client and not know all of the ins and outs of the program. So you'll want to make sure that you don't miss that. Remember, that launches March 1st. We're in current beta testing right now. Next, after listing conseil, are the 4 core value in our production power, we have the AVP. The AVP is our sphere management and our marketing system. The company provided assistance in managing Agent Sphere database and marketing the Sphere monthly with goals to surprise and delight. We know that we need to be touching our Sphere more often. And so what we are going to do with our agent value package is going to replace our business fee. Most of you couldn't articulate what the business fee was anyway. You kept asking me, what do I do? What is it? You know, at $19.50, what is it for? We have the legal, and we have Vicki, and we love Vicki, and we love no deductible, and we love the tail coverage. But what else is it? And nobody could ever figure it out. Was it tech? What was it? So with your agent value package, we are now removing our old programs, and we designed a program that's twofold. It will protect you and it will promote you. The system has been designed to be effective, and it's been proven since 2006. So you're still going to have NRT for your support with Vicki and the legal, and we're going to do some enhanced education. But just as importantly, we have come up with programs that are going to promote you. That is what you said you wanted, and that is what we're going to do. We're going to promote you. We're going to help you with the client email contact program. We're going to help you with the client appreciation events and market leader agent website. We know that we've complicated things, and Market Leader is truly one of the #1 CRMs in the country, and we're going to call it what it is. So let's look at what NAR says. You know that NAR says that over 54% of an agent's income comes as a result of their sphere of influence. So what are we going to do to touch those people on a monthly consistent basis? Well, we're going to make it easy for you. We're going to ask you to collect all of your database. So wherever that is, and I know we've been asking you for this a long time, if it's on a sticky note, if it's on a piece of paper that's torn, if it's on a napkin, if it's in your phone, wherever it is, we're going to ask you to gather those things up, and then we will make a time with you with the MC. And then our MC will be very happy to load those contacts into you. And you know what the exciting thing is? We're going to be loading them into a program that is new to you, but is over 20 years old through the industry. The program is called New Panda, and it is great because at Coldwell Banker, we want to do what we do is best. We want to help our agents, and we know that there are vendors out there that can do some of these things better than we can. So we have aligned ourselves with New Panda, and that will be the service that will be provided to you as part of the agent value package, and it's yours. You have control over it. You get to decide what your clients get sent. It's all up to you. So it's an e-blast, and the only thing that the MC is going to be doing is the MC will have admin rights. Above and beyond that, though, it's yours. You control it. If you don't want to be sent out something, you can do that. If there's something additional that you want to send out, you can do that also. But it's yours. And you know what? You know how you know that? If you forget your password, you can't call me. You have to call New Panda. It's not about us. It's not about us controlling your database. It's about you and some new tools so that you're touching your clients on a regular basis. So, as we surprise and delight our clients, some of the things we're going to be doing are some events. And some of you have had client parties, and they were exciting, but also they were expensive, and you weren't quite sure as far as a return on them. You couldn't track them. So, starting in March, we're going to be kicking off our first event. Our first event is going to be a Home Depot drawing. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Yeah, most people could use a Home Depot card. So we're investing $10,000 in this program. All of the clients that you give us the email addresses for will be notified. And they're going to have an opportunity to win a grand prize of $1,000 all the way down to $25. There's over 150 gift cards that are going to be given out. Isn't that exciting? And then we have things like we're going to have soccer games, and we're going to have the Kings games, and we're going to go up to Tahoe and Wine and Roses. There's also the Tower Bridge for our Farm to Fork. There are a lot of events coming up. You know what? As we revamped this over the last 6 months, we realized we needed to offer new structure and systems. So here you have it, the next 12 months. So looking at this brochure, first of all, the first thing that they're going to see is you. Again, it's showcasing you. But we need these all to the MC by March 1st. The email will then go out March 14th. The nice thing to you is this gives you an opportunity to call your clients. You said you wanted to reach out to them. You wanted to be something more than real estate. If you notice, there was not one thing about real estate in all of those events. This is an opportunity to reach out and say, hey, could you use a Home Depot card? Would you like to go to a soccer game? Would you like to go to a dinner? And you know what? Usually what we found is that when they're talking to you, they then ask you, well, how's real estate? Then you can tell them, and then you have that opportunity. So going into our business fee, remember it was $19.50. And some of the things it covered were legal, and Touch CMA, and Home Base, Market Leader. But now look at what we're including. We are including all of these items below the gray line. And it's all going to be featured right here in this for you. Again, with your picture on the back. So what are we adding? We're adding continuing education because we know that in California every 4 years we have to have 45 units. We're including DocuSign. Some of you are still using digital ink and because you don't want to spend the money. As of right now, you're going to have DocuSign. That will be rolling in February. We are going to have a semi-annual education expo. You've asked for it. You've asked for it time and time again. You want to hear Vicki more. Now, in addition, you got your wish. In fact, we wanted to be so proactive that our first event is going to be February 9th. And it's exciting because we have Vicki coming in, we have an agent panel, and on top of that, we have Chris Leader, a well-respected educator and speaker in this field, and he's going to come in. And the great thing about Chris is he coaches like Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Brian Buffini, maybe some of those others, but his distinction is that he uses our products. He knows what we have to offer. And many of you have expressed a concern because in the coaching, they don't use our tools and they don't show you how they can use them. So even though they're phenomenal, you can't use them. So I think this is going to be a win-win for all of us. We're also going to have our quarterly meetings as well as database management. And you know what? And if you're looking at this, over $5,000. You know, and I know, what is it going to cost you? $199 a month or $2,300. I know you're saying that's an increase, but my gosh, look at all those things below the line. Can't you see that there is truly a difference? And you know what? I think even more importantly, $2,700 of that is being supported by Coldwell Banker. And because again, we're making an investment in you. It's about you. It's about how can we move that needle? How can we gain that market share? We believe it's with you, our greatest asset. So how are you going to handle this? You know what? You can pay $199 a month, or if you'd like, you could pay $1,852. Some of you have already paid the fee and you took advantage of the discount. So we're certainly going to offer that. We would never do anything that would not have integrity. So if you've already paid it, you're done. If you haven't paid it but think, oh my gosh, instead of the $2,300, I'd like to pay the $1,852, which I know you figured is a 22% discount. You can do that too. Just make sure that your check or credit card goes to Shelley before January 31st. If that's not what you want to select, then you can do the $199 a month. And for you, that's great. Just give the credit card. Just know that there will be a true-up for January and February, and then starting March 1st, $199. And lastly, if you like it the way it is, you like paying it out of each of your escrows, you can do that. 5 escrows, $480. And so you truly have some choices. And the other choice you have is that if you are working as a licensed assistant and not out doing this, instead of the $2,300, it is now going to be $100 a month or $1,125.
That's getting it off the ground. This is tried and true.
Lastly, we have our core tools. We said that we are going to get out
I know,
of the
it's hard to
weeds,
believe, right?
trying to have our name on
You think of the
everything,
same
and we
thing, right?
truly are
But
going
I
to have the
haven't been part
best
of this.
for
All
you.
of us have it.
And the best for you means Office 365. The staff has already been using it for the last few months to make sure we've got it right, and it will be rolling out to you in the next couple of months. Market leader, not In Touch, but market leader, as it is, that agents and other companies pay $1,700 a year for, is going to be your website, because we truly found out it has some of the
As
best
you're going to enhance your
websites.
value proposition and
We truly have the very best
an extra half
when it comes to our tools.
percent minimum on every listing
And remember,
you in.
February
I was
8th,
done.
we will
In fact,
have
I'm not doing that.
a
I love
meeting
going one-
on Wednesday
with you
about
and see
production
what's going
power.
on. Because
Make
honestly,
sure to
I
write down
don't
your
really need to
questions.
debate anymore.
Next, we're going to coaching for confidence.
And you're gonna
Again, I know a lot of you are into the coaching program, so I want to make sure that that's fine if that's what you want to stick with, but we are going to give you some options.
What do you think it costs?
And so we're going to continue with our skill builder, but a lot of you thought that was only for new agents. We have now partnered with MHI Global to develop highly industry efficient education curriculum that targets agents of all calibers.
Right.
We're also going to have our expos, as I told you. You'll have 2 of those a year. And our business consulting, in that we are developing a coaching program that benefits you as well as the tools that we are providing you.
We were able to leverage
Our coaching to confidence will begin February 15th in our sales meeting. So again, write down the questions. What's going on in the coaching world? What would you like to see in the coaching world? And we will address those at that time. Third in our 4 core values is wealth builder. I am truly excited about this one. NRT has never in its history had anything like this. It is an exciting time for you, and the first part of this is our Freedom Commission schedule. We believe the agents make better choices with their money than we do. So let's give them money, but let's teach them to invest it wisely. With our freedom schedule, I know there was a lot of confusion. And you know, you guys that came to me that started at 85 couldn't understand why you capped at 30, but somebody that was a brand new agent only capped at 26. We listened,
We're making a large investment in you.
gone away. Cap is 26. Across the board, regardless where you start. However, for a couple of you that aren't in the office very much, you run in and you run out, thank you for coming to the meetings, but you know what? You don't need a desk. Your cap now can be 22. Isn't that great news? We also listen as far as the transaction fee. Again, trying to articulate what it is. I think that you see here with our programs today, we're giving you some great benefits, some great tools that will truly help you as far as your business goes. But we've also capped the transaction fees. So from this point forward, on an individual, it will be 15 closed transactions per your anniversary years. There is a little difference with the team, so if you're part of a team, please come and see me. Other commission plans are going to remain, so don't worry about those if that is one of the plans you're on. Next, we have the VIP retirement program, an automatic SEP savings program. How many of you have a SEP account? An IRA? How many of you just have a little pink piggy bank at home? You know what? This is really sad, but what we found is agents make lots of money while they're in real estate. But when they get to those golden years and they want to retire and they want to take the trips, there are some of the poorest people in the population. We want that to change. We think that you should have a phenomenal life after real estate. So we're going to help you watch your money grow. Perhaps with the rewards program, when you introduce us to an agent, you know what? Maybe when they close something, it's only a few $100s. It's not life-changing. How simple to have that just put into the SEP account and then watch that grow. Perhaps it's with the rental fees or referral fees. There are just a number of options. Maybe it's just with every closing, you want to have a certain amount set aside. We can do that also. So we are going to be showing you more on how you can do that so that you'll have an exceptional retirement when you leave real estate. And we want you to be financially free. And to various people, that means different things. A number of you have taken the David Ramsey course. We are hoping to bring to you, if not Dave Ramsey, then a course that is very similar so that we can help you build your wealth. Remember though, February 22nd is when we're going to be discussing this more, so please mark on your calendars to make sure that on February 22nd you're here with your questions regarding wealth building. And now, the one that is so exciting and that I've been waiting for, and that's our culture of awesomeness. We love to have fun. Our Thanksgiving feast, our barbecues, we have a great time. We go to the baseball games. But you know what? We want to create a culture of awesomeness for everybody. We want it to be structured and we want to celebrate your successes. So we've developed a program called Agent First.
Well, you're going to have a value package that you will pay for.
So with Agents Come First,
The business fee package.
we are going to have an event as of March 3rd. We're not waiting half the year. We are going to do this now. So with Agents Come First, we decided we wanted to have a program that was inclusive and not exclusive. In other words, we want to see as many people as possible at these events and not as few as possible. Not the top 10, not the 1%. We will celebrate the 1% at these events. However, we want something that is going to include a number of our agents. So what we are doing is on March 3rd at the beautiful Fairmont Sonoma Mission Inn, we are inviting all of their agents and their guests who obtain Sterling or higher to come as our guest for a night. There is going to be a martini bar and there's going to be a phenomenal DJ. There's going to be dancing. We'll announce some of the awards, but you know what? You're going to have fun. Nextly, for those of you that maybe just missed it, maybe you just started a team and you didn't make that level, we have an on track so that our new agents, seasoned agents, whatever, we're going to be watching your business. And what's going to happen there is that every quarter, if you close 7 or more deals, and we would love to have everybody in our office do that, then we are going to take you, after the first quarter, it's going to be to Topgolf. Later on in the year, one of the events is wine tasting at Wine and Roses. There's a King's Game. We are planning these things to celebrate your successes. So if you didn't make the one trip to the Fairmont on March 3rd, guess what? There are events throughout the year that you can participate in. We want to help you grow your business. Next, we have our Platinum Agent Club. This is pretty exciting. We're not another company that wants you out there recruiting. What we do, though, is we want you to tell agents that are like yourself that you think would appreciate our culture that they need to be in our office. And so what we're going to do with our Platinum program is if you help us associate 2 agents, and those agents do at least 1 deal, then you are going to be rewarded, and your reward is going to be a trip to Tahoe for you and your guest overnight at the Ritz-Carlton. Isn't that cool? I know a lot of you have been wanting to go there, and you know what? It wasn't tied to just your production. It's just because we want to say thank you for your helping us grow the company and have more agents like yourself. Lastly, many of you used to go to Jim Blue. And for us who've been around for a long time, we had the IBC. It was fun. We got to do a lot of networking. But shame on us, it kind of got lost. We don't find out the dates. It's not promoted. That's stopping right now. You are going to know when Jim Blue is going to be. You're going to know what it's going to cost. And we're going to go and we're going to have fun. And I just got to tell you that I think it's going to be in October this year, and it's going to be on the West Coast. More to follow. That is truly our culture of awesomeness. And again, March 1st, we will be going over that. So if you think about it, we have gone through 4. No more, just 4. We have production power, we have coaching to confidence, wealth builder, and culture of awesomeness. And what's more is we have them all here for you in a flyer, so that when you're out and somebody says, why did you choose Coldwell Banker? You can say, why not? You can hand them one of these. It's got your picture on it. Great way for us to make an introduction so that you can go to Tahoe. So you'll have all of these. Use them. Pass them out. Share with them, share with your clients why being with Coldwell Banker is the place to be. And so with that, you know what? I just want you to know that we have chosen to have a motto. And our motto, or our mantra for this year and going forward is that what we do exceptionally well. And what we don't do, we just don't do. And we're okay with that. We can't be everything to everybody, nor do we want to be. We just want to be exceptionally good and superb at whatever we do. So we're all going to need to learn to say no to some of the systems and programs that don't drive our business and refocus on what truly drives our business. So I'm going to ask you, if you hear an agent calling and saying, oh my gosh, this company's doing this company's doing that, whatever, you say, wait a minute, we have 4, no more, and I'm going to ask you to hold me accountable so that we truly make this the place that you want to be, a truly awesome, exceptional experience for you. And so remember, on February 9th, our first educational expo, we're going to start with Chris Leader, sharing a great moment on building wealth with listings. Then we're going to have our own Miss Vicki and also an agent panel. It's going to be an educational day that you do not want to miss, and it certainly is going to help propel you in 2017 to the goals that you want to reach. So with that, I just want to tell you thank you. Again, please remember that we are going to have all of these meetings. You will not be asked to present something that you don't truly understand. The MC is going to be right there with you. Our OA is going to be right there. And I'm always available. So again, thank you, and I hope you're as excited as I am.